In order to use affordable and durable large pistons, a small outdoor workshop in Pakistan plans to melt down a large amount of scrap metal for casting. Although they lack professional production equipment, the finished products still meet the necessary usage requirements. This workshop is located in Peshawar. To create the mold for the pistons, they first mix waste engine oil with sand to form a sticky sand mixture. They then fill a wooden sand box with this mixture and manually compact the interior to prevent air pockets from forming inside. With the oil neutralizing the mixture, there won't be any cracking when separating it from the sandbox. Although the piston mold has completely formed, the hardness at this stage is still inadequate. To prevent cracking when pouring in the molten metal, all the sand molds must be uniformly placed in an oven. The main goal is to dry out the moisture in the molds through high-temperature baking using firewood, thereby solidifying them. After a night of high-temperature baking, this batch of molds has passed quality inspection. Considering the inner walls of the sand molds are very rough, the technician brushes a layer of curing agent onto them. This not only smooths the interior but also prevents the edges from cracking and damaging. Once confirmed, the formed sand core is placed inside, ensuring that the poured pistons are hollow. However, because large pistons require a significant amount of molten metal, the technicians further tighten the molds with bolts to prevent them from bursting under pressure during the pouring process. They then use yellow mud to fill in gaps, sealing the interior and preventing metal leakage. But relying solely on bolts doesn't provide support on every side. To fully avoid safety accidents, the molds are placed in a sand pit, which provides support on all sides. This completes the piston molds production. To save on costs, the workshop uses recycled scrap metal as raw materials. This not only maintains the quality of the pistons but also makes them more cost-effective. The technicians then throw the scrap metal into the melting furnace, and after being heated for an hour at high temperatures, the scrap metal quickly turns into molten iron. Next, the molten iron is poured through a sprue into the mold. When the iron level reaches the observation port on the other side, it indicates that there is enough molten iron inside the mold. After waiting for another night for cooling, they can use their high-quality equipment to extract a set of pistons from the sand pit. The high temperature of the molten iron causes the molds to harden. And once demolded, the technicians repeatedly tap with a hammer to ensure the sand completely falls away. Although the pistons now have a rough shape, their surfaces lack any precision. To ensure they can function properly in an engine, the technician first compares the finished piston data and continuously machines the surface of the blank piston. They must ensure it is smooth and even, and the grooves for the piston rings must be flawless, as precision determines whether the piston can be used. As the technician compares with a large piston ring, the entire surface's grooves are quickly processed to meet quality standards. Therefore, the pistons cast from scrap metal are now complete. Are you satisfied with this finished product?